segments. That last thumbnail easily is Joe Biden, donkey or ass. Anyway.
And Nathaniel, I wish if you were in studio, you could see Nathaniel's reactions to all this. He's just shaking his head like, wow, these two are wound up on it before a 3-day weekend.
We are wound up. Well, I'll tell you what else winds me up. Kathy sent me, so I'm in the process of adopting baby Carter.
Yes. And his only nickname for me so far is Mr. Happy Pappy Pie, because JP sends me these pictures, and this is the happiest baby, except when he's angry, when he's falling asleep, and he's very mad at himself for missing out. He's got FOMA. He's not even 6 months old, and he's got FOMA, fear of missing out. But he is the happiest little guy. So Mr. Happy Pappy Pie.
Yeah, and so, I've been out looking at all the different car seats, and, there's this one that's a German-made car seat, and it's a phenomenal commercial in Bye Bye Baby. Like, they've got this whole thing set up in the middle of the aisle, and it's like, welcome to car seats can't be destroyed by Germany. And I'm like, woo, I want to see this.
$1 million.
This thing has got like, for $1 million. It's probably $1 million. I didn't even look at the price tag. But you look at it, and I mean, this thing has got vibration, shock absorbers on both sides. It's like if the car gets in a certain way, the baby gets pushed a certain way to be protected. I mean, this thing is intense, right? And so, Nathaniel, if you grow up on a Kathy's first car seat pictures, so this German car seat it's something else.
Sorry.
I mean, it's got Bluetooth in it.
Yeah. Well, okay, but first of all, we've got to go back to what prompted this, and we were just texting back and forth and cracking each other up. Carter has this. As an adult, I would love that. It is literally like it rocks, and it does all the, it has all, like it can go up and down. It goes side to side. It's amazing. Even from when I had Emily to when I had CJ, which was about a 4-year difference, literally almost exactly a 4-year difference. I was blown away. I was like, they have this now? Well, now I'm looking at the world through Carter, his eyes, and I'm like, they have this. I want this. And so I go, wow, we've come a long way. And I started thinking about things from like those of us who grew up in the 60s or 70s. And so I started Googling like 1960s, 1970s car seats. What the what? I mean, look at this one. Look. And they even have a baby in this one, which I'm like, okay, so you can see exactly where the child would harm themselves. It's like a metal. First of all, it has like two things that hook over the back of the seat. So that, like that's keeping you in. I guess I don't even know if there was a seat belt in the back seat of this car because I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's there. So the baby's got like a little, what looks like just some string, very, very thin ribbon as a seat belt. And then it's just metal that if they get in a wreck, I mean, it's going to literally, like, it's heart level to this child. And I'm like,
well, there's no reason.
What the heck?
There's no reason to wonder why a child would have gotten bruised back then. Because all you got to do is turn right, left, and hit the brakes, and the baby is going to hit the bar. I mean, it's hilarious.
I mean, one of my things that I sent to JP, and we're about to show another car seat, another one of the fancy contraptions from back in the day. I was like, how are we alive? So, okay, here's another one. And this one looks like, I don't know if that's metal or really hard plastic, but again, it's kind of hooked over the back of the seat. I'm not so sure that they don't have this car seat sitting in the front seat, which that's another thing. I'm pretty sure that I remember my mom telling me she would breastfeed me when my dad would be driving in the car, and if it was time to feed me, she would breastfeed me. And like the worst thing you can do is hold a baby in your lap when you're driving. Never, ever, ever do that, because literally the baby becomes the airbag between you and the dashboard if you're in a wreck. So never do that. I'm not so sure.
They didn't have airbags back then.
I know. Well, and I'm not so sure if this one's, well, and babies were in the front seat. I'm not so sure if this picture is not of a car seat in a front seat. So this kind of looks like denim or jean material, which I know was very popular back in the day, that everything was made out of denim. And JP, this one looks like, and it's like several inches off of the actual bottom, like where you would put your bottom on the seat, the car seat, the actual seat of the car. And I'm not so sure that that's not like, that's either metal that could bend very easily and is in a square shape, so could really cause some damage, or it may be hard plastic. But I'm just like, would you ever put your child nowadays in a car seat like that? No.
But do you know that the design didn't change until like 1994? I looked that up.
Really?
Yeah,
so that's when like the newer, the kind of what we know as a car seat nowadays, where it's in a base. So that wasn't until the 90s?
Car seat 94 is when you got your first kind of upright with the cushion inside, where it kind of hooked into the car.
Yep.
Car seat was like 94. And so it's funny to watch the evolution of the car seat.
Nathaniel, put up the other one, because the other car seat, it's another safety feature, safety highlight too. Yeah, this one, JP, this is the first one I sent to you, and it looks like a lawn chair just kind of stuck to the back of the car. And it's got a big metal bar, but then it's got like in between the kid's legs, something that looks very uncomfortable, just like a piece of lawn chair material.
Yeah, it looks like a big old lawn. It's the red one, right?
No, this is the white with the blue spots. It kind of looked like it was stuck to. I'm assuming it has the hook handles, but it looks like it's just stuck, and it just looks like somebody kind of broke the legs off of a lawn chair, stuck it in the back seat, and said, "Here you go, kid."
Well, we will be talking about the evolution of baby products, because now I get to live through that, and I think it's hilarious where we've gone.
Oh, he froze. Oh, there we go.
We are on for an hour on Spotify. You can catch the JP, Kathy, and the crew. Tell your friends to join us there as well.